gave them a small thought, a reflection, gave them something to think about as they were getting ready for bed and retirement. Obviously then it wasn't called the Salesian Goodnight, and obviously then it wasn't a tradition. But it has continued all over the world, where at the end of an evening, the end of an evening prayer, someone gives a good night. I was going to say someone fortunate, however, I don't feel very fortunate just at the moment, and I certainly didn't feel very fortunate when Father Martin asked me to do it. 1995, November the 18th, I went to a concert, and my ex-village was not here, so I can say it was in New York, USA, and I'm sure I got permission to be there. But the concert was being performed by Itzhak Perlman. I don't know if that means anything. Yes, there are a few notes at the back. Itzhak Perlman. Now, a fantastic musician, fantastic. But one of the things about him was, as a child, he caught polio. And as a consequence of catching a horrendous disease, he wears braces on both legs and walks with the aid of 2 crutches. Anybody who goes to any of his concerts are now quite used to the fact that when he comes on stage, because of the braces on his legs and the crutches, it's painfully slow as you wait for him to get to his place. Painfully slow for you as the one watching, but it's also very obvious that it is very painful as he walks slowly across the stage. And when he gets to his place, he takes off the braces, puts the crutches down, and gets ready to play his violin. As I said, Itzhak Perlman is very famous, even if you don't know him. He is very famous, and people are used to it when they go to his concerts. This particular night, he started to play the first few bars as the orchestra started. And within literally 10 seconds, there was this twang, and one of the strings snapped on the violin. It was very loud, and immediately the orchestra stopped, and he stopped. And there was that sort of sense of, what's going to happen now? It's taken him so long to get onto the stage, take the braces off, the crutches down. What was he going to do? Was he going to have to reverse the process and go off the stage and get another violin or get another string? And then there was probably about 5,000 or 6,000 people in the concert, and there was a real sense of hush and expectancy. What was going to happen? He didn't move. He took off the broken string, sat there for a moment, closed his eyes, looked up at the conductor and nodded. And the conductor started again, and the orchestra started again. And he started to play his violin with 3 strings. Now, I think if you know something about music, people would argue it's impossible to play a symphonic piece, a symphonic work on a violin with 3 strings. It's impossible. And yet, it seemed that this man, in fact, was the only one who refused to believe that, because he played with passion, he played with power, and the music was pretty incredible. What struck me, and I'm sure probably many other of the congregation, the audience, of the audience, that you could see almost his mind was working as he was playing this piece with only 3 strings. You could almost sense him modulating, changing, recomposing the music as he was playing. It was really incredible. And at one stage, to me anyway, a simple thing when it comes to music, It sounded as if he was detuning the strings. Literally. Detuning the strings to get new sounds as he played. It was really quite a momentous moment. And he came to the end of the piece, and there was just total silence. Total silence. And, well, I wrote on my notes here that people went mad. People started clapping. And if you've gone to a concert, people clap. People went mad. They started cheering, they started shouting. You know, it was just an incredible moment. Totally incredible. And he sat there with his head sort of bowed. And then he picked up his bow and sort of just raised it slightly. And people quieted down. And I've had to write this down because I never remember how he said it. And he said something like, you know, sometimes it's the artist's task to find out how much music you can still make with what you have left. You know, sometimes it's the artist's task to find out how much music you can still make with what you have left. For you, for me, all of us, I suppose the task in life is to do the very best we can with all that we have. We spent so much time thanking God particularly for the incredible gift that He gave the church. He gave young people the Don Bosco. The task in life is to do the very best each of us can with all that we have. And as it says, when that is no longer possible, the task is to make music with what we have. I'd like to invite you to stand and join in the singing of